What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a great day as usual. So for this video, guys, I'm going to be reacting to a scene from Thor Love and Thunder, and the scene that I'm reacting to is the final battle between Gorr the God Butcher and Thor and Mighty Thor. But before we jump into the video, guys, I'm just going to need you to hit the like button. It helps the channel. You guys already know it helps the channel and it makes everything grow. Enough talking though, let's jump into the video. Let's go. It looks like a celestial head is forming or something.
Eternity. Finally.
Knew he'd come.
Go!
It's gonna be like...
Right, gather round, gather round. Good to see you in person, buddy. Good to see you. We're gonna sneak our way towards Stormbreaker. Being very careful not to bump into any of those big shadow monsters. Does anyone here have battle experience?
They're kids.
No time to learn like they're present.
We're not strong like you.
Okay. But today, you're Asgardians. Now collect your weapons. Go and find anything you can pick up. Today is a day that will go down in history. Today is a day that we'll talk about for generations to come. Whosoever
Let's go.
sees weapons and believes in getting home, if they be true of heart, is therefore worthy the power of Thor!
Let's go!
Lead your army to that axe.
Let's go! Yeah, Axel! Yeah, Axel! Let's go, Jane Foster! Let's go!
It's okay.
Get a hold of yourself! Look what you're doing! We're gonna get you out of there!
I'll accept Dr. Jane Foster!
Cringe a little bit.
I knew you could do it.
What? No way, come on. Oh! The Necro Sword. Oh! Oh!
You have to stop him.
Gorr, stop! If I stopped, I know your pain, but this isn't the way. It's not death or revenge that you seek.
What do I seek?
You seek love.
How dare you turn your back on me?
I choose love. You can too. You can bring her back. Make your wish.
One wish, free. Thanos should have gone to eternity.
I'm dying.
She would be alone.
She won't be alone.
Cool concept of eternity, just not executed right. And it opens up the door to a lot of questions. Like, why was no one else looking for it the whole time? I love how in the shadows, her body was still eternity.
It's okay. It's like I've gotten an extra life. Not too bad for you, but
Not too bad for a god. Oh yeah, what is it? It's the best one yet.
thanks. Keep your heart open.
Protect her.
Let me tell you the legend of the Space Viking. Her sacrifice saved the universe and taught us all what it means to be worthy.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
I'm okay.
The kids were safe to be kids again, especially after their king made them all go to self-defense classes. Speaking of futures, I was forging one of my own now that my body's grown back. With a dude I met called Dwayne, a little someone who turned him from sad god into dad god.
Breakfast is served. Bon appetit. Now, where are your boots?
I'm wearing them.
You're not wearing those.
Go to hell, demon!
Brand new. Now,
Fine, I'll wear the boots.
thank you. Remember what my mother used to tell me. Most of all, have fun.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Now, where is Mjolnir? Where'd I put it?
Over there, sleeping in the bed.
In the bed. What did you do?
She looked boring before.
Okay. Now, you see the aliens down there, the stripy ones?
Love you, Uncle Thor.
Let's go.
Two warriors fighting the good fight for those who can't fight good. But to those who know them best, they are simply known as Love and Thunder.
Alright guys, fun clip, great clip, but let's talk about Thor Love and Thunder and let's talk about MCU Phase 4. So let's jump into it right now, guys. First of all, Phase 4 is not going as well as Marvel expected. It's kind of a bumpy road. I don't know if we're ever going to get back to Infinity War levels of Marvel. That was peak Marvel. I think after Infinity War, the year between Infinity War and Endgame, like in the middle of that year, people were speculating what's going to happen in Endgame. People were going crazy. That was peak MCU. So I don't know if we'll ever get back there. It seems like the quality has dropped a bit. It seems like they're hiring new writers and they're pushing a little bit of a political agenda. Like Disney itself, Marvel's like an underneath of Disney. So all of Disney is pushing an agenda, which I don't agree with. I like unbiased content. Like, I know people are political and I know people fall under certain things and follow certain things, but I would like to see like an apolitical TV show or apolitical movies coming out of Disney just so everybody could enjoy them. Whether you're Republican, whether you're conservative, whether you're liberal, whether you're libertarian, everybody should be able to enjoy content or enjoy entertainment, right? This should be for everybody. Secondly, there was a lot of inconsistencies in this movie, which leads me to ask questions about the MCU universe itself. And a lot of Phase 4 has done this, like the Loki show, right? Like Loki, at the end, they open up the multiverse, but they never really go into what the ramifications are. Like Kang planned everything throughout the whole universe, allegedly. That's what we got from the Loki universe, or the Loki series. So does that mean everything within the MCU was already predetermined, meaning the Avengers had no agency throughout the whole Infinity Saga? It just takes away from the Infinity Saga, if that's what you're going to say. Things haven't completely unraveled because we don't know what's going to happen next. But the way they're setting up the multiverse, because in Doctor Strange, it's a different set of rules for the multiverse than it is in Spider-Man No Way Home and then it is in Loki. So things aren't really making sense in terms of Phase 4 anymore. Thor Love and Thunder, it's kind of a self-contained movie within itself, so it doesn't really connect to anything. And that's kind of another problem too. Like, there's no focus in Phase 4 of the MCU. There's no real direction of where we're going. We just have like, if it seems like Marvel at this point is throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks, and whatever sticks they're gonna keep going further with, which is kind of a deterrent because from Phase 1 to 3 they had a solid plan and they were working towards that plan no matter what. So every movie impacted the next movie because it was working towards the end game, which was Thanos, right? So there was a line where you knew we were gonna end up at. So although people say some of the movies from Phase 1, 2, and 3 were not as good, at least every movie had a concrete identity, like a self-contained concrete identity, but they were also expanding the bigger MCU universe. So there's a lot of problems with Phase 4, and the last problem with Phase 4, guys, I'm going to wrap it up after this, is they have no protagonist. Like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, Captain America, were the protagonists from Phase 1 to 3, and there were individual movies for Iron Man and Captain America in every phase. So over that 10-year or like 13-year span period of time from Iron Man 1 to Endgame, every phase we were learning, we were growing with those characters. They were developing. Now in Phase 4, they're rushing everything. They think that giving us a series with like 6 episodes is equivalent to having a relationship with Steve Rogers or Tony Stark over the course of 10 to 13 years. Like, we've been following these characters since 2008, 2009. You cannot replace that time we spent with those characters throughout all the years. Even like in movies that weren't Tony Stark's movie, he was still in it, like Civil War. He was still a prominent part in Civil War, even though that was Captain America's movie. So it's just a growth and development of these characters that we're starting to miss out on because they seem to be rushing everything. And the way you kind of understand that is all from Phase 1 to Phase 3, it was like 3 to 4 movies a year. Peak Marvel, 3 to 4 movies a year. Now they have like 5 shows, like maybe 4 movies a year. It's just too much. It's oversaturation. That's another problem they have. Phase 4 is struggling to find its footing. I think it'd be really important to introduce like the protagonist or the heart, you know, the heart and soul of the MCU, you know? The heart of the MCU was Captain America. The soul, what the MCU revolved around, was Tony Stark, Iron Man. So without those two prominent figures moving the MCU forward, because really we were following Tony Stark and Captain America's story throughout the whole MCU. That was what was moving the MCU forward, especially Iron Man, because he was always ambitious and he was always trying to save everybody else. That was his whole thing, saving everybody else. So throughout the whole, like, Phase 1 to Phase 3, that was his identity. Help me, first of all, help me become a person, help me become a hero in Iron Man 1. And then don't allow all this, like, destruction and chaos to happen to our planet. Let me try and save the world, which caused more problems, like in Age of Ultron, in Civil War. So it's very interesting that we we really developed a relationship with these characters, and that's what's missing. You can't rush that. You can't make us feel the same love and respect that we had for Iron Man and Captain America in 1 year and do it with like Shang-Chi or Falcon as the new Captain America or She-Hulk or Miss Marvel. It doesn't work that way, you know? And no matter how much cameos and cool stuff that you try and shove in there, it just doesn't feel the same. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video because it helps the channel and the video grow a lot. I'm gonna wrap it up, but take care of yourself, stay safe, because it is a crazy world and there are a lot of crazy people. Most importantly, guys, you already know by now. Peace.